Again, Andy with Handy Andy On Demand, and welcome to a quick project run through here. So we're outbidding projects today for some customers in the Woodstock area, and you can see what they've run into. They've got their drywall, they've got their framing materials, and they started finishing this one room to kind of make an office down here. And they got into a situation with the contractor. The light's not real good in here, so I apologize for that. And they paid their deposit, they got a little bit of work done, and that was the end of that. And you can see how they left it. So they basically fired this contractor, and they want us to potentially come in and finish this for them. So there's a few things with this guy. They roughed in the electrical, so they knocked that right out. Hopefully he paid that contractor. But on this outside wall, this is a foundation wall, poured foundation. And so there's a joint, there's a rim board on top of this right here, sill board on top of this little wall. And there's a gap under it that they never sealed. One of the things you don't want to use, grate foam in basements like this. A, it'll fail, and B, it's just not what you want, especially if you have gas appliances. You can blow the house up. So you can see all this in the background here. That really should have been sealed with elastomeric caulk. And so we're gonna have to pull all the drywall down. Hopefully you didn't liquid nail it. It looks like they installed it with screws. And then they didn't bevel the drywall. There's a plate behind here that the builder installed, so we just need to bevel our drywall so it sit flush over it. The camera's not going to pick it up too well, but there's a huge bulge in this area, so we probably can't reuse any of this. We'll just take it all down and start over. The electrical here will go ahead and continue on with their existing contractor, the sub, and let him finish it out because he knew what he did here. It's really straightforward. So anytime you have an unfinished basement like this and you're coming in, we can't do it now, but you really want to seal the expansion joint between the floor, the concrete floor, and the side wall over here. I don't have enough light in here, and I apologize, I don't know how to use the light on this camera yet. But that should have been sealed before, because there's potential for the foundation drains to clog, and then that would force water into that crack, that expansion joint, and you'd have some moisture in the basement, so we don't really want to have that. But we will go ahead and seal. We'll pull the drywall down. We'll use Drylok to seal the concrete foundation wall. We'll do the same thing over here in this corner. You see a little bit of a light. If you look at the wall, the knee wall back here is out a little bit further than the 2x4 framing in this area right in here. So see right here. So we're actually gonna have to fur this out, add some wood strips to it, so that it'll be level with the foundation wall. Otherwise, you have a little bump there, and the homeowners don't want that. This contractor didn't know how to do that, so he was planning to just glue the drywall right to it, put some strips to try to make it even out. It would never look right. And so that'll leave a little bit of a bump out here at the window. If I can find my way, here you go. Right here. So this window is the existing builder window. We'll just fur this out, and so it'll have a little bit of we'll either use painted plywood or probably drywall and frame this out. So it'll be finished with a little deeper inset right there. Then we'll insulate this wall here. This wall will be insulated, the right wall. This insulation, that contractor didn't install that. That's just builder grade insulation. We'll come back through on these joists that he added up here. He's just air nailed all this stuff, and I hate that, so we'll add screws to it just for a little more strength and security of it. We'll prime and paint the walls. We'll put some pad and carpet here and just a door. This is a real simple finish, but they want to get it done. He works from home and really needs to have this space done yesterday. So, and the trick with this stuff is when you're screening contractors, it's so hard because, you know, you'll meet a guy in the neighborhood. He might sound like me. He's probably a really nice guy, just a bad businessman. And so if you hire the wrong guy, you get this. And so they signed a contract. They had him do the work, start it. They were here a few hours on 2 days, and then that's it. And they're in a rush to get the project. And meanwhile, you know, the contractor's taking their money and he ain't giving it back. So it is what it is. And so really the things you want to do with contractors, we talk about this all the time. You know, first and foremost, make sure they take your credit card. If they can't use a credit card or they refuse to use credit cards, you don't want to do business with them unless it's something really small or you have a long-standing relationship with them. If you can trust them. Every business situation is built on trust. These customers are friendly with us right now. I'm friendly with them, but we may not like each other in the end. That happens sometimes, just like anything else in life in a relationship. So you want to safeguard yourself as a homeowner. And the best way to do that is to deal with guys that come out in a labeled truck. They've got a commercial office somewhere. They have been in business for at least 5 years. If you can make it 5 years as a contractor in Metro Atlanta or anywhere, you got some business savvy, you've got some sort of a reputation, you're going to have some bad reviews. We have some bad reviews. If you see one or two that are just kind of yuck and the rest are really good, well, then you're probably okay. And you can at least ask about those yucky reviews. If they were recent reviews, like in the last few months, you really want to inquire as to what happened there and what was going on. Check a couple of references. If they've got lots of videos online like we do, they've got labeled trucks like we do, they've been in business for over 20 years like we have, they're using credit cards. The credit card is the single biggest thing right now because so many of these contractors, they're not financially strong enough to take a credit card, and they're doing what this gentleman may have done here. He took the money from this job to go finish the other job or pay for his fancy new truck or whatever he's got. My brother and I drive old trucks. Our workers drive old trucks. There's nothing flashy about us or this company. We do the same work every day, houses all over Metro Atlanta. Been doing it that way for 25 years. But safeguard yourself. If you hire guys that work from home, drive an $80,000 pickup truck, don't take credit cards. Even if they've got the nice labeled shirts and a nice website, you may well be headed for trouble. I'm in this truck a lot. Sometimes I'm in a conversion van with a driver to do the bids. But, you know, this truck is a 2001. It's got almost 300,000 miles, 200 and something, almost 300. Anyway, there's a number. You can reach us at there. You can catch me personally at 770-265-9017. You'll also find us as a top-rated contractor or home advisor. In fact, that website right there, they inquired it, and it'll go right to Home Advisor. So anything you want to do, my brother and I have been doing it for 25 years here in Metro Atlanta. Everything except swimming pools and air conditioning. I'm Andy. See you at the next house. Bye for now.